Elon Musk supported Barack Obama in 2008, 2012, Hillary Clinton in 2016, Andrew Yang, then Joe Biden in 2020, and then Ron DeSantis in 2023. Since he backed Donald Trump after the Butler assassination attempt, Elon Musk has gone through a crash course 1-year life cycle of being a Tea Party Republican. After beginning to feud publicly with Donald Trump and then threatening to primary Republicans that voted for the One Big Beautiful Bill signed into law on the 4th of July, Elon Musk has now said he will launch the America Party. Its primary goals will be to reduce debt, responsible spending only, free speech, less regulation across the board, especially in energy. That would be called being a Tea Party Republican. But there's one issue. Elon is coming into the exact same crisis, the third rail of politics, entitlements, that has plagued every single Tea Party Republican, right? During the last fiscal year, 2 out of every $3 collected by the federal government went to Social Security, Medicare, and entitlements. And until you back a politician who is willing to touch Social Security and Medicare, you will never overcome this issue. And that's why Elon Musk, he could have in 2023, he could have backed Nikki Haley, who was the only major GOP candidate who was saying, yes, we do need to increase the Social Security retirement age. No, he decided to back Ron DeSantis, who said, I'm not touching either of those programs. And then Donald Trump, Donald Trump has never been a debt hawk.
No.
So I have sympathy for Elon, but he's gone through the political transformation that I think the rest of us went through as Tea Party teenagers.
Sure.
If you're a Republican of a certain age.
There's 2 things that jump to mind immediately for me in this whole Elon Musk America Party, thing that he's putting out there on Twitter, on X, formerly known as Twitter. Don't sue me, Mr. Musk. But the first and foremost is it's so funny how rich people respond to not getting exactly what they want. And he is the ultimate illustration of this. He's the richest person in the world. And by all means, he benefited tremendously from his short stint in the Trump government.
Yeah.
I'm talking about billions and billions of dollars in SpaceX contracts and other technologies and whatnot. But the other thing I am seriously questioning is how serious is he really about all of this? Because on the one hand, I can see where he's coming from. And I think you are right. I think he was disillusioned with how government operated and maybe even how unified the Republican Party was. But is this just a money-making scheme? I mean, we heard about Third Way last year. We've heard about, folks trying to launch new third parties, the Green Party, Cornel West, whatever he's doing these days, and Vermin Supreme, who's run for president, I think, every year, in the last 4 decades, something like that.
My name is Vermin Supreme. I am a friendly fascist. I am a tyrant that you should trust, and you should let me run your life, because I do know what is best for you. Yes, I am a politician. I will promise you anything your little electorate heart desires.
But
where does Jill Stein go every 4 years?
Yeah. Elon doesn't really have any skin in the game. Certainly not from a purely political theory standpoint. I mean, obviously he has business interests, but is he really trying to institute, some type of generational shift in the 2-party system? Or is he just out there to have something that he can throw money into and that will generate revenue on its own because people are interested in it? Because I do think he is correct in that both parties have sort of lost sight of what they're supposed to be doing for voters, right?
Oh, no, again, this is why I start off with I'm very sympathetic to him, right? I fundamentally, a party that actually focused on reducing the debt, free speech, and energy deregulation. Yes, 100%.
It's like your dream.
Yeah, this is my dream. But you know whose dream that also was? Paul Ryan's. I mean, I think this is part of the issue. Think about when we were discussing One Big Beautiful Bill. We were talking about Medicaid provisions, not Medicare, Medicaid provisions, work requirements for able-bodied, prime-age adults without dependents younger than 14 years old, with major exceptions for if you were in addiction, recovery, or had some sort of disability. And we could barely get half the Republican caucus to vote for it, right? Kicking illegal immigrants off of Medicaid. That was almost too controversial. So if that is the level of bedwetting we deal with on the right, we're not increasing the Social Security retirement age. And like we all know how this ends. This ends with Social Security becoming insolvent probably in the next 7 years, which means an across the board 24% benefit cut, and Medicaid or Medicare insolvency a couple years after that, right? Because you just can't keep on doing this. Like at a certain point, you can't spend this much and have a birth rate this low. And then, you know, if you stop legal immigrants that come into the country and pay taxes, especially the high skilled ones that pay a lot in taxes, that's a real issue. So I would hope that Elon would use his incredible influence and incredible wealth to, at the end of the day, it's a voter problem. You have to try educating.
Yeah, no, I agree with you entirely. I think, luckily for us, this is going to be a big issue heading into the 26th primary. So we're going to have plenty of time to talk about it over the next year and a half.